Morning, everyone. Today we have three main issues on the Council meeting. First, that's the EU and US trade. Second, the EU and China's relation. And then the DCFTA with Ukraine. On first one, on EU and US relations, we have all received a letter from President Trump. It was noted, and we interpret it and we take it as encouragement to continue with our negotiations. There are a couple of weeks left, so we have to intensify it, and we have to go for the good deal. In our view, from our perspective, tariffs are good for anyone. We have to look for good solution in our trade relations, because the European Union was always standing for the fair trade that is based on international regulations and respected international regulations in it. So we have to continue. We have to avoid escalation in our relations with United States, because we have so many things in front of us that we have to take together. That is the geoeconomic challenges, those are the global challenges, and also the issues that we have to solve together with United States, like fentanyl, for example. So we are looking for the constructive way forward, and Lithuania fully supports European Commission in its position and in its negotiations. Second, on relations with China, we have to be very open-eyed and take what it is with the real perspective, and that is the threats coming from China, what concerns our economic relations and trade. China's trade policies and industrial policies are oriented at dominating in the world technologically, and also with this it comes the authoritarian domination. It possesses the challenge to European Union, and we have to address it. All the other elements that we are facing, this is unfair trade, this is the overproduction, subsidies for overproduction, and also the closeness of their market. So European Union has to employ its tools that we have. And once again, no member state, no lonely EU member state has to be in face of China alone. European Commission has to take more responsibilities in protecting each of the member states when they are faced with the very unfair practices. Third, on DCFTA and on Ukraine, we still assessing and the proposal that was prepared, but from the very preliminary one, we see that the European Union lacks of ambition and strategic ambition in our relations with Ukraine. We see Ukraine as our inevitable part of European security and future. Therefore, we have to proceed with economic integration, and for this, DCFTA has to play its also role. Thank you.
Wait, Minister, the thing is, no one wants a trade war, okay?
Yes.
But we've had a couple of months of negotiations, and now there's a letter that came 30%, which is higher than was 20%, and I know that was 30%. Realistically, if you want to show Trump that the EU is ready to retaliate, you have to be sure that you're going to put these concrete measures. But there seems to have been a toning down, less in terms of the value of goods. So are you actually saying that the EU Council, the 27 member states, are ready to retaliate? And if so, what are you putting on the table? Digital services tax?
We have the very strict timeline here in front of us. That's the 1st of August. We have to concentrate on these weeks. We all understand that there are tough negotiations ongoing, but with the very end state, we have to agree on what it is good for both sides. And lower tariffs are good for both sides. There were never in history that tariffs helped anyone with solving the real economic problems, not political problems, but real economic problems. Therefore, I am optimistic about it. Once again, European Union, as we were talking already in previous Council meetings, European Union has its tools. Yes, we have this, and it's not only retaliatory tariffs that we are preparing, the package 1, package 2, but also other measures that we created for fair trade to be re-established again. So we have those, and everyone knows that, and our American friends also, they know this, but concentrating on these 2 weeks, we have to be very constructive and find the deal.